St. Kitts Nevis morning time. It's 8:12 and it's time for Island Tea and it's time to hang out with Candy.
TGIF.
TGIF.
You forgot that one.
Or I could say TGIC. Thank God it's Candy.
Hey, did you learn the song? You learned the theme song?
Which theme song? No, I did not.
Don't let me resend it. Do not let me resend it.
You know, it's always funny when as a DJ, like I run into a song that I never heard of, and like everybody in the room knows it. I'm like, no, I never heard that.
And
song
we're all
before.
Looking at you like,
yeah.
What rock have you been living under?
Candy in my mind is Cameo.
Tastes just like candy.
Yeah,
that one.
that's like that's Candy for me.
I mean, it's too easy to make songs with the name. That's the problem.
Yeah, but I believe the Cameo song is even bigger than that one.
Really?
Yeah, of course. That was a huge.
You're like, of course. Yeah. What are you asking?
That was a huge crossover hit for them.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I know all the songs that have candy in it, by the way. So, it's.
Can you think of the one that comes into mind? It's Small Axe. Menti.
Small Axe has a candy song.
You know that? Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. I can't think. Can you think of any more?
Candy
Girl.
Girl.
And then there's Candy Girl.
Candy Girl.
New Edition?
Yes, New Edition. Of course. I love New Edition. Come on. Okay. There's another one.
Can we get to 5?
Candy Coated Raindrops.
Who's that? I'm pretty sure that's not the name of the song.
I don't. My
Candy
love,
Coat.
do you ever dream of? It's Candy Coated Raindrops. That's the name of the song.
It does.
Don't make me sing on air. Like this will be the end of Island Tea.
Yeah, it would, because you would kill us.
I cannot sing.
You would kill us with the absolutely.
You've not heard me sing. You know what? When we're off air, I'm gonna come over there and sing to you.
The problem is, right? you the thing you don't realize is your singing is so bad you'll kill yourself as well.
Wow, you've not heard me singing. This is a blasphemy. Listen, this is blasphemy.
It's just a big assumption.
Wow. You know what? Just for that, I'm about to come over there and sing when we're off air. I'm gonna sing in your ear, and then this way you'll never get it out your head. That's it. You just started war. You didn't even know.
Candy by the what? The Strange Loves, huh?
Yeah. I never knew who sang it until that day when you didn't know.
And it's so funny how Mr. I don't know anything about pop culture. Actually knows the song. I'm shocked.
What?
You know?
Not you chatting Azard.
What's up, AZ?
He gets here. He's gonna deal with you accordingly.
Yeah.
So what's been happening other than the weather and this insane hurricane? Do you know it's at category 5 now?
Already?
Gosh, I mean, I really hate hurricane season, but this is like pushing it. Azard says he's gonna deal with you.
He's gonna deal with me?
He's listening to you.
Tell him I outweigh him by a significant amount. And it's not fat.
Listen, I'm not even getting involved in that.
Okay.
But yeah, Lee is now up to category 5.
Category 5, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
Let me go to the Met office here.
Yeah,
while
I just
we
really
talking.
can't
But
wait until
Sharon
it
was
passed.
just telling me that, but you know, I'm glad it passed because you remember I was teasing. I know it last.
I mean, that is gonna pass because yesterday
it's passed already.
No, Elmo
Burke. It's a
Burke.
different one.
It's the same Lee, but Elmo Burke said that we should expect it to pass and go on about its business, I guess, and get the backlash, like the rainfall and all of that,
so maybe
between Friday and Saturday.
So maybe what I saw last night was the.
What did you see?
No, I was watching CNN, but I was doing something, and I remember seeing the chat with it like well north of us, but then that might have been the projected.
Maybe, yeah. Because I was telling my staff, I was like, you know, the only reason we're getting this much attention, was it my staff? I can't remember where I was. But it's because it's going in their direction. Because, you know, as if this hurricane was really...
Oh, yeah, they wouldn't be paying attention until it was...
Not to this, not this much in detail.
Yeah, until it was like
almost on top of us.
Pounding us into smithereens.
Yeah,
then there would be, you know...
But, you know, it's funny because I feel like back in the day, a lot of things were not... Were kind of reserved just for us. Like, you know, the third world countries, the S-hole countries, as Trump called them. Mm-hmm. Until hurricanes started making their way up there. Sandy was like an eye-opener. And I think since then they've kind of been traumatized. Katrina. So, yeah. Because before then it was kind of just like the Caribbean, this, the Caribbean, that. And we were the only ones suffering. So it was horrible to get aid and stuff like that.
I know for a fact that during the early 2000s, I know that the Weather Channel got a lot of flack for
Yeah.
from
Rightly
Caribbean
so.
from the Caribbean for ignoring, for like, for example, out of these storms that ended up making landfall and
Exactly.
causing a lot of damage. They got a lot of flack for acting like we don't exist.
Yeah.
Like, for example, a storm is heading towards us, right?
And you're busy talking
And-
about something
and
in
you're
another
busy-
U.S. territory.
Yeah. No, meaning like they'll be saying, "Oh, well, it's projected to get to Florida by this time." Meantime, it's
The storm is already in a Caribbean
it's,
island.
meantime, it's
bashing
breaking
it.
stuff
Yeah.
down here
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, it really was
And
pathetic.
you know,
Yeah, I remember because I was one of them that was like, so yeah, I guess we don't exist. But now you see them showing all the islands, like even the tiny ones, and
the
they're
tiny
showing
ones, yeah.
weather reports on it and stuff like that. I'm actually very proud of them for
Which
stepping
is,
up
which
their
is
game.
good. Which is good.
I guess it was a good thing that we had that outcry.
Let me see. Tropical weather.
You still haven't been able to pull it
No,
up?
I have pulled it up,
No?
but I'm
What
here
does it
looking at the. I'm trying to figure out which one to use. The Met Office's Antigua Barbuda Met Office. The layout is not very.
User friendly?
What's the word? What's that word you use?
User friendly? Legible? What?
Well, it's intuitive. That's what I meant. Yeah.
I would have never guessed that's the word you
No,
wanted.
meaning you can't tell. Okay, for example, we have a storm heading. You would think that you would change the look and say,
Exactly.
when you come, you say,
Bam, this is where it's at right now.
status. Okay,
Right,
current
right.
storm status
Exactly.
or whatever.
Exactly.
But, you know, it
No
looks the
such
same.
luck?
Yeah. So
Right.
Eastern Caribbean outlook. Okay, let me look at that. That's okay. So it says, and this is dated. Wait. No.
Let me help you.
Okay, so the National Hurricane Center is issuing advisories on Hurricane Lee, located several hundred miles east of northern Leeward Islands, and on Tropic Storm Margot, located over the eastern tropical Atlantic.
Did you really just say Margot?
Yeah.
Why are they already discussing Margot? Where's Lee?
Yeah, they mentioned Lee before. That's what I said before. But yeah, you see, so strange there.
Wow.
Telling us about Margot. Let's deal with Lee first. You know?
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, St. Vincent anticipates warmer than usual temperatures this weekend. Like, I am so tired of it.
Oh yeah, and this is 8 a.m. this morning, but they're talking about Margot.
Ugh.
Okay. Tropical cyclone formation is not expected during the next 7 days. Yeah, but how about tell us
About the one
When
that's
the-
actually existing right now.
anyway.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness in St. Vincent and the Grenadines has issued some health reminders and tips as warmer than usual temperatures are anticipated this weekend and throughout the hurricane season. I feel like this that hasn't even ruffled my feathers because how much warmer can it get?
Yeah, it was pretty.
At this point, we're going to be like walking on melting
Yeah,
streets.
yeah. The high today is 93 degrees, in case you're wondering, listeners.
I know.
And the synopsis for Senkers News says, moisture and weak instability associated with Hurricane Lee is expected to produce some showers across the area. Meanwhile, sea conditions will become hazardous by later today. And so today we're looking at partly cloudy with a 60% or moderate chance of showers and a 40% or moderate chance of thunderstorms. Tonight, partly
Wow.
cloudy, pretty much the same thing.
Thunderstorms, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Wow.
and today's high is 93 degrees. Wow.
Was it last year that we had hurricane trouble with our independence celebrations? It was last year, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I really just wish these little annoying storms would just blow on about their
I
business.
know.
Because the calendar is so ram-packed that we don't need
the
any
September-
bad weather.
September,
The independence celebrations. I know yesterday they started the cabinet visits to the schools, and I saw a bit of it on Facebook. And the children were so excited. I thought it was really cute, and they were all dressed alike in these white polo shirts. Thought it was a nice idea. And then I saw one where Honorable Aislinn Phillips was testing the children. She was like, "Who's this and who's this?" And they're screaming out to the top of their lungs. But I like that. I think it says a lot, especially where children are concerned. Like, you don't have to feel like it's so overwhelming and like they're so far out of reach, because the ministers were going around and they were shaking hands and patting them, and some of them ran and they hugged them, and I thought that was nice. Because most of the times you grow up thinking, ooh, that's the president, ooh, that's the prime minister, and it's like they seem so far away from you, and like so untouchable. But I like this gesture. I really approve of it. Whoever came up with the idea, kudos. I enjoyed seeing that and seeing the looks on the children's faces. So keep up the good
Christmas
work.
in September.
Well, I didn't see any presents being handed out. That is definitely a trademark.
Well, the feeling anyway.
Christmas.
The feeling, you know that nice feeling you get when but you know that feel good feeling. I'm trembling now. That yes, AZ has arrived. I'm sorry I couldn't get the buglers to come up and play a tattoo. But
Just like that. Like we in the middle of a conversation, you just start off on Azard.
When he said no.
He's trembling because you've arrived. Oh, our yellows are actually matching.
Yeah. Wait, Jamso, where's your yellow? I hear you chatting
Did you not
all
know he
kind of
wasn't
things
gonna-
on the
not
radio.
gonna wear yellow?
And you're not wearing your yellow today.
doesn't this count?
No, I knew you were gonna do that. Oh my God, I knew you were gonna do that. No, sir, I'm sorry to burst your bubble. Do you have on anything else yellow?
but
Because that
but-
might help you.
It's a sun.
Doesn't
He's
work.
there pointing at his logo on his WINNMedia shirt. And
I
this
kind of knew he was gonna do that.
a small yellow sun. We want you to be as bright as the day, Jamster. But maybe a little brighter than today.
What does yellow
Yeah.
stand for in our flag?
And
Year-round
but that,
sunshine?
But that,
Yes.
that tie is mustard though.
Hello.
Not mustard. It's
Stop
yellow.
nitpicking
Would you say
because
that?
my yellow is matching his tie.
Yeah,
So if you're gonna say that,
I'm up split hairs on that ass.
wow, for somebody
Yeah,
that's not even
mustard.
adhering to the national colors,
Exactly.
you're nitpicking.
Especially the yellow rule. I can't
Hey,
believe
the national
this
flag
guy.
has black in it.
It's not black today, sir.
Yeah, but
You
I'm
know what?
sorry
Be,
to-
I
you know,
decided to
you
wear
know
black.
what'll be weird when it's actually the day for the black.
And he comes in something else.
And he comes in
I
something
bet you
else.
he
I
will.
don't actually have
we
anything
should take
yellow, though.
a poll on that, you know.
I actually don't have anything yellow. I don't think. No.
Not even socks.
Well, I have some yellow shirts, but they're like home shirts with holes in them and stuff. So.
Well, you
I
could have
don't-
do a Yeezy
I
thing
don't
and
know.
come with the yellow shirt.
Jamster,
with
I mean, people
holes?
actually buying Yeezy stuff with,
with
holes.
with holes in it.
Have you not seen Yeezy's line?
Who?
Kanye.
Oh. Yeah.
Jamster, I'm deeply
Don't get me
disappointed.
started on Kanye, please.
Deeply disappointed.
Oh,
How could you not have something yellow?
let me not segue into him, please.
You know that's a really loaded comment when he says it, right?
Sips tea.
Him,
Coffee.
Azard Gumbs says, "How could you not have any yellow?"
Yes,
He's
Jamster.
very annoyed.
Yeah, I'm disappointed, Jamster. Let's do better.
Deal with him accordingly.
Amazon is there. Where's there? Shen too? Shen sells all the clothes.
I don't know.
know.
I personally shop at Shop Posh. Thank you very much.
He knows about Shane.
I don't know. I've never been on that site, you know.
They
I've
don't
never
me,
been
but
on that
I
site.
see so many memes and so
Oh
many
my gosh,
everything.
people just be doing the most with Shane. Is it Shane or Shein? Shein?
yeah.
I don't know.
Shane, I think I heard Shane. I think it is. I'm
I
not
think
really
it's
sure. I think
like,
it's
I don't.
Shane.
I'm not.
I'm
going to-
sorry. I have no clue how to pronounce
It's hard to pronounce like how you pronounce S H.
because I just look at SHE, she, and IN. N, she and
So
I,
you-
but I don't know.
So you've never bought anything from
No,
them?
I've never been on the site. My
Oh,
sister
I've
owns
never
a
been in
clothing
there, but-
store. It's called Posh Shop, and that's where I shop.
She sells
Shameless
male.
plug.
She,
That's
she
nice.
sells
That's
male-
Shameless plug,
She
yes.
sells
That's
male
nice.
clothes as well.
She does, and accessories.
Okay, awesome. And are they yellow?
She has a variety of colors and styles.
Okay, I'll check it out. And Jamster, I think you should check it out as
Yellow?
well.
You're asking if she sells yellow clothes?
We're gonna get something for him, right? So he
Yeah.
can be prepared for next year.
Exactly, because we can't have him.
Christmas in September.
We can't have him always not going according to the color code.
It's terrible. Sickening.
I wear what the hell I want.
Because I think last week Friday it was like a brown thermal and it was Green Day.
Yeah.
And then like I heard
A brown what? I've never heard
Wasn't it a
that.
thermal?
I never heard that term used in reference to color. Thermal? Explain
A
that.
thermal, like the type of shirt that you had on is like one of those shirts that keep you warm.
Oh, the sweater. You mean this?
Oh, it was a sweater. Oh,
Oh, yeah, I
Oh,
think-
I thought it was a thermal.
Oh, this. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Kind of
Yeah.
look thermalish.
No, I put on this when in here is the right temperature. I put that on because I was explaining to Azard, right? You know the AC is working good when I have to put on a sweater because I prefer it to be glacial, and I put on a sweater than
Not like to share
it
a room
not
with
cold
you.
enough.
No.
You know?
No, I would not like to share a room with you. We would fight all the
So
time.
the sweater brings the moderation I want. I want it, okay.
Right.
I want it ice
because-
cold, and
yeah.
I just put the sweater on. Okay, I'm good now.
And then it's a perfect temp.
And it's perfect for me now.
Oh.
Yeah.
In my office and at my house, it's set at 24.
24?
Yeah.
Man, that's
Standard
like,
temperature.
man, that's hot, man.
No, it's and my sisters hate the AC anyway, so we always fight. Like for the one in the the central part of the house, we're always fighting because as soon as I put it on, one of them gets annoyed, and then the other one is like, "All right, that's enough now." So I kind of just retreat to my room with my own. But
I
with
know.
the heat these days, ugh,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. I don't think it's ever been this bad in hurricane season. At least
Yeah,
I don't
yeah, I know.
remember.
Well,
I
no,
think
you,
this has
no.
been one of the
It's
hottest
worse.
summers
But actually,
ever.
you guys are right because remember I was telling you yesterday, AZ, that that the temperature records have been broken for the last 3 successive years, like hottest
Yeah.
temperatures.
I mean,
on
they
record.
did put out like something saying for the next 3 months it's going to be excessively hot. I think that came out in August, like the last week in August, they put out a warning saying that. And now I see St. Vincent is saying warmer than usual temperatures this weekend. So they're saying to stay hydrated, avoid sweetened and sugary drinks like beers and sodas, wear light colored, loose fitting, preferably cotton clothing, keep doors and windows open where possible, reduce outdoor activity. You ain't got to tell me that twice. And if you must go outside, walk in the shade. I mean, even to just do regular stuff, it's painful. I had to walk from Inland Revenue to the parking in Port Zante. And by the time I got to Port Zante, I felt like my entire back was just wet. I just wanted to go home and take another shower. It's ridiculous out there.
You know, I realized I just did when you said inland revenue. I was thinking, oh, they're down. Oh, see? And I was actually thinking, for some reason, first I was thinking up by the old National. I said, no, then I was thinking, I said, no, they're in the John Gumbs building now.
Yeah, right
But
there.
yeah, so it's
But
right
even
there,
from
yeah.
there to the parking in Port Zante, it was unbearable. And I mean, my shirt was kind of like sheer, like breathable. Like there's no
Yeah.
excuse for this.
But I mean, as it is now, it's a bit of a cool day.
I know. I was so no. It is. Trust me. Have you walked outside?
Yes. Well,
Yesterday I walked
Today isn't a cool
from
day for you, Jamster,
4th
so
Street
far?
back
It's
to
been
Port
hot.
Zante, and I had to
when I
roll
walk
up the
down-
sleeves of my dress.
usually when I walk down, I don't sweat. Usually
You
I
sweat
know
today?
it. Yes, it was
But I
raining.
was so happy when I heard rain falling.
What?
What?
Yeah, and Sharon said the same thing when she came. Sharon, she said it's
I mean, outside is hot, but I was kind of like rushing. But I feel like it's cooler than yesterday.
I feel like it's cool.
okay, wow.
Yeah, maybe it's just me because like as soon as I see rain, like automatically in my head it's like, okay, it's cooler now. That might not necessarily be the case,
So
but it's just the way I
so
think.
I say we just have a show about pretty much nothing today. I'm
And not me wanting to discuss
and
something
light
serious.
stuff and light stuff and so I mean I think we get too serious sometimes, you know.
So you want to have a shoot the breeze Friday? I see.
Well, people like that stuff.
So
It's
should
all right.
I not bring up the whole dengue cases in Dominican
we
Republic?
could talk about that. That's fine.
I mean,
it's not really
we could
politics.
do a show where they call in and discuss what they want. We could do an open mic.
So,
But I
just
wanted to
yeah,
sure.
it has
You have something
surpassed
else?
6,000.
Yeah,
What?
That was actually something I was going to look at.
Don't
Yeah.
make the DR?
Yeah,
my
dengue cases. Like, how is this even back? You know,
Wow.
I'm sorry. It's really annoying to me that we can't seem to get rid of anything.
Mm-hmm.
The only
Well-
thing we're winning the battle with as it relates to diseases, it seems to be is polio.
but I heard I a few months, I'm pretty sure like 3 months ago I saw
What?
a report in New York where they found a case and there was
Of polio?
and they found cases of plague somewhere else too in
I
the
mean, it's
world.
not eradicated, but I
But
know,
all
I
but
recently
gone, you
joined
could say.
Rotary, and I know that they've been doing like a really good campaign in terms of fighting that, and the numbers are definitely down. So that's the position I'm speaking from. But as it relates to everything else, even COVID is back. COVID never. I mean, did it even leave? There are lots of cases in New York, especially.
Oh, wow. So the health officials in the
Yes,
Dominican
yes.
Republic
Yeah, I
have
heard
ramped
that.
up the surveillance and mosquito eradication efforts to stop the surge of the dengue virus.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally says it surpasses 6,000.
Yeah, and it says the country has
Wow.
recorded over 6,000 cases for the year.
Wow.
But then we look at the year, we're already in September.
The
But what I'm
ninth-
Ninth
wondering,
out
but
of-
still over 6,000.
but it has to be they get a lot of rain.
Could you imagine that in terms of St. Kitts and our population?
Yeah, but the air is huge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they probably have. Well, they probably have large bodies of water.
Okay,
and
this is
stuff
what
like-
this is what I guess would be kind of, you know. So apparently I think one of the officials said that the hospital has admitted 83 suspected cases, dengue cases, and they receive more than 100 patients daily.
Bruh.
Wow.
My goodness. Have any of you ever had that? Like, yeah?
Yeah.
What is it like?
You feel like you're gonna die.
Oh my
Oh
God.
gosh.
Because I
Man,
see some of the symptoms
never-
are
I'm not-
fever, vomited, abdominal pain, and dizziness.
I never went to church so much.
Wow.
in
In,
that
in
period.
pain? Or you mean like at home and just praying?
Well, yeah, but I only figured out it was dengue afterwards.
Oh my goodness.
So wait, you're saying that you went to church because you felt like you were dying?
Of
I'm
course.
just being honest.
Where else should you
Okay.
go? I mean, other than the
Because
hospital.
I was
You're
like,
like, the hospital's not going to help me. I'm going to meet my maker.
Is
Let me
it-
prepare myself.
Is the fact that he said he's never been to church so
In
so
his life?
had me
okay.
singing, that line
Amazing
from one day at a
Grace.
time. This is it. This is it. You know,
Oh,
whatever.
I'm not supposed to
yeah.
be laughing.
One day at a
Day
time,
time,
for
sweet
real.
Jesus.
That's all. One day at a time, sweet Jesus.
That's all I'm asking for you.
That's all.
Not that
from
one.
you?
No.
Which
Oh.
one? That's the
This
one I
is
went
it
to
from,
immediately.
From one day at a time. The sitcom. You don't know
This
that
is
one.
it.
You couldn't even get the
Not even
gospel
the Jew-
version
No.
Jamster.
No.
You couldn't Jamster. I'm
You
disappointed.
said one day at a time, right? And that's the song I went to immediately
This
in my
is it.
head.
This is it.
So I
Yeah.
started humming it like in my head.
It was pretty.
Really?
It was
A
pretty.
sitcom song?
It was pretty bad, but apparently I had the non-hemorrhagic one. There are two.
Oh my.
There's one where you like bleed from your nose and stuff, and that was not the one I had. And I know exactly when I got it too.
Good grief.
I
hope
know-
it-
I remember
no one
after-
else had it.
How
Like,
long
could you
ago
imagine
this
children
was?
going through that?
This is when I just came back from college. I remember I went running in the afternoon, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then when I came home, I was living alone and so on. And it started to rain. And I remember I was hanging out some clothes, and I was like, no, I gotta get these clothes on the line before. And I did it in the rain, and then
Oh wow.
the next day. So I figured the mosquito either bit me when I was jogging or during that period. And the backyard had a lot of trees, because they'll like sit on trees and stuff and stalk you and stuff. So,
I mean,
Are we
just-
discussing the mosquito or monkeys?
The
just say-
mosquito.
Just the humor in it. I'm just thinking about the mosquito, just looking at Jamster.
Nice
saying,
and juicy.
"We're gonna get you."
probably. So yeah, it was not fun.
But I can't imagine children going through
The head
that.
temperature was crazy. I mean,
Oh,
I
wow.
had to my girlfriend at the time. I remember
Mhm.
was getting ice from the.
Did she accompany
In
you
the
to church
tub.
as well?
I think she. Yeah,
Did
she
he
did.
actually go
She
to
did,
physical
yeah.
church or church in his head? Because
She
at
did,
this
she
rate,
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she actually I remember putting ice in the tub from the fridge.
wow, and actually
ice
going
and
in to take your
to get the
temperature down.
temperature down and stuff. Yeah, and then I had to go to the hospital at one point and outpatient, and I got I guess it was, what's that term they use for
What?
to restore liquids and so on, like
You mean
I've-
rehydrate?
yeah, something like that. Yeah, because it dehydrates you. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, it was terrible. I was like, damn,
hope-
nothing could be worse than this.
I hope after that experience you took a trip.
I know, right?
What do you mean?
Something
Vacation, something.
A trip? What do you
Yeah.
near death experience.
mean?
Rejoice, I still have life.
Yeah,
No?
of course.
And speaking about trips, the Bahamas is experiencing explosive
I
growth
saw
in
that
visitor
madness.
arrival number.
Are they visiting
Well, that's
or-
good.
Yeah, so according to the Ministry of Tourism, they have revealed that the tourism performance has outpaced predictions for the first 7 months of 2023, while the Bahamas recording more than 5.89 million arrivals from
Wow.
January to the end of July. Current tourist performance puts the country well on the way to closing out the year at 8 million plus visitors.
So do we need to look at what they're doing?
Okay.
But here's a related story. I sent it to you guys,
Yeah.
which I had a problem with the way the story was presented. Antigua Barbuda,
All right, the one where you were saying terrible journalism.
Yeah, where they're saying they're having this crazy growth. What was it 8 point something% for 2023? And
Looking at where
and
did
they
I
said
see
the
that?
only country that has higher growth is Guyana,
Mhm.
and they gave the reason why Guyana has this growth
Oil?
because of the oil, but no
Mhm.
reason was given as
As
to
to
why
Antigua's.
Antigua is experiencing this growth.
Is it
Uh-huh.
that they're still
You know?
researching? So then why publish the article?
That's what I'm saying. It's from Antigua Newsroom. I don't know if they're politically aligned or whatever.
Oh Lord!
Because usually that's what happens, right?
I just remember the way
they
he used to
just-
introduce.
They just
point.
put propaganda out there without any.
Good grief!
Yes.
I was like, oh, Guyana. Well, we were only second to Guyana but
Guyana has oil. but
Guyana
then-
is only more than us because they have oil.
right.
But meanwhile, I will not give you a reason why Antigua Barbuda is experiencing all this growth.
So how do
you
we
know?
even take that article seriously?
That's what I'm saying.
Ugh.
I mean, it's nice to know that they're doing 8.9. Or was it? What did it say? 8.9%. It does not say. It doesn't give any reason. So I'm
the
wondering
thing
if
is,
it's maybe.
I don't even think I'm buying that 8.9% because I was looking at another another growth prediction table, and I saw that the Caribbean and Latin America were at 7.7, and that was excluding Guyana. So I think Antigua had like 4.2. So where are they getting this 8.9 from?
Well, that I don't know if that maybe was
Let
from
me
last
see
year.
if I
That could have
can
been a
find that
2022
table. It's
figure, no?
2023, and then they show you a prediction in 2024. I think they just went up by 1 point.
Okay.
So, oh my goodness, where did I see that article? I know I should
I
have
mean,
screenshot it. Did I screenshot it?
I mean, so like, what do we attribute that to, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I
Because if
thought
the Caribbean together is doing 7.7, how do you get 8.9? And then you still
Exactly.
don't even give a reason in the.
exactly.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna
Unless
have
it's
to
I don't know.
read
Maybe,
that
maybe,
myself.
maybe the tourism has rebounded big time too. I don't know.
A likely story.
And it raises up the Bahamas thing. Raises up something I always mused about. I've heard people like local, I've heard people in tourism things say, oh well, one of the things we have to fight is the fact that our market is kind of expensive, but then Bahamas is 1-to-1, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have to figure for at least half of the time, Americans who go there are pretty much paying almost the same as what they pay in the U.S., right?
Right.
But they're still going. So then, the whole idea that we're supposedly more expensive than other markets, I don't know if it's.
You know, the thing is, right, with journalism, and that's why sometimes, like, I don't even read certain things on air. It's like, if I can't see several news outlets saying the same thing, I can't substantiate what they're presenting,
Mm-hmm.
then I start to question it. Like, I start nitpicking,
Exactly.
like...
I mean, you see all the stuff that I send you guys and that you guys send me, and sometimes we don't even mention them because we don't.
You
we
can't
can't
substantiate
vet.
it. Like,
Yeah,
you're
you
not
can't
gonna
vet them.
put me in a position where
Exactly.
I'm going to be saying
Yeah.
weird things on air.
You know.
And then, of course, I'm going to be held to it, like,
Yeah.
in my neck.
Mhm.
No, not going to happen. But I'm going to look for that article because I remember going through the list and actually at the top of it, it had Latin America and the Caribbean, and then they had Latin America and the Caribbean excluding Guyana. So, and Antigua and Barbuda did
Yeah.
not have that 8.9.
So it says ECLAC projects Antigua and Barbuda's projects Antigua and Barbuda's GDP growth at it's even worse, 9.5%. I don't know. I had 8.9% in my mind for some reason. So something Guyana is
the
higher
growth
than that.
is astronomical.
Second only to
But
Guyana.
guys, there have been conversations. I'm sorry to cut the conversation.
Go ahead.
I use conversation more than once.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
I know.
Carry on.
I need to expand the vocabulary. How dare I use it?
I think you're safe.
You could say
You're safe.
convo. Convo is cool.
Chatter. Talk.
Save fuel.
So,
Use less syllables.
on Monday, at Kuna, Monday, being the 11th of September. At
Oh, you mean
Kuna.
the upcoming one? Okay, because I was
Yes.
listening to another one last night.
Yeah, they had conversations last night, but there's another conversation at Kuna, September 11th,
Monday.
7:30, and it's going to be done by, Sir Kennedy Simmons, our first Prime Minister. And so I want to invite everyone who could make it at Kuna, that's up by Fortlands area. And he's going to be speaking about, his recollection of St. Kitts and Nevis going into independence, Sir Kennedy, first Prime Minister, he would have been the one there. And, of course, at the time, it would have been Sim Daniel as well. And so I'm just looking forward to the discussion. Sir Kennedy is in his 80s, but as you know, Candy, his memory
Let me tell you.
and his wit and the way in which he could, engage and
He owes us
speak.
a visit, by the way. I hope his publicist is listening. He owes us a visit. We're available next week.
Yeah, and
Other than Monday.
and I am really going to get my hands on a book because I need that autograph.
Finally!
There. Yes, I need that autograph. I was looking at some
You
books.
were supposed to get my book autographed like months ago. I
No,
can't
but
believe you bring up
need
this
you-
topic.
I need you to be at the lecture to
Oh,
get
so
it.
that's why
I
you've been
need-
holding out?
I need you to be at the lecture so you could get your book
This
autographed
is
then.
insane. Oh my goodness, the truth comes out.
You're
Wow.
you're going to be at the lecture, Candy, and you're going to get it autographed.
I'm gonna mention this.
So disappointed in you.
I'm gonna mention this. I mean, I know usually, but I don't know if there's a story here saying how PM Drew's administration fails to acknowledge father of independence and only living national hero. This is the person we're talking about,
Sir Kennedy?
in independence celebrations.
Really?
I don't know if that's true, but if that's true, not good form.
Really?
That ain't fly. No.
You mean
But,
like he's not on the calendar or something like that?
Well, let me send
do you
Let
mean?
me send you guys the article. If this is true, I really wish we would just get away from. I did say didn't want to talk about any politics. but,
I know. We can't help it. We live in St. Kitts.
but if this is true, it's because politics. Ridiculous.
I really hope it's not true. And that's the thing. Like, again, some things like you really have to take with a grain of salt because I saw an article saying that the SK and Labour Party's immaturity is evident in Independence 40 celebration choices, as National Heroes Day ceremony will not be held at Team Unity constructed National Heroes Park in Connery.
I saw that too.
And it's weird because the same day this article came out, I was driving in that direction and I saw the flag, the flag banner, the colors of the flag banner. I am pretty sure I saw them putting that up in the National Heroes Park. Like, I want to pass back now just to make sure that
But it's
they
possible.
weren't taking it down and probably putting it up. But I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure,
But-
if
but-
anybody lives in that area, maybe you can call in and
Yeah.
verify because I'm pretty sure I saw them putting up the banner. So I'm like, so why are they putting up the banner there?
But it could be that they're dressing it for the season, and they're still having it down there. I mean, that could
I guess
be.
But is it
No.
something political, or is it that that's another park that hasn't been used and they want to carry the celebrations there? Like, does it have to be political?
Okay,
I'm not saying that
let's look at
the
the
article is fake, that it's not political. I don't know, but I don't like the way we always have to put politics into every single thing. Like,
But at the same time,
and I'm not trying to defend anybody
But at
or
the
make
same
an
time-
excuse, but
but at
could
the
it be
same time,
that
yeah.
the article is fake? Could it be that there's another reason why they moved it there and it's not political? Like, why do we always have to make
but the thing
everything
is,
political?
if this is a fairly, I mean, if this article was fake, and I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it is or isn't.
Right.
But I would think that there would be some pushback if it was fake, right? That's somewhere along the line.
And that's another thing. Do
Maybe
we
they put- maybe
always
they-
have to address everything? Like, I remember
agree.
sitting listening to, I'm going to regret saying this. The former PM, making his speech on the show with Patches. And then the PM going on another radio show and basically like rebutting. And in my head, it's kind of like, do we always have to answer?
That's
Like,
true. You notice how
it's
you
not
notice how
campaign
Biden, you notice how
season. You're
Biden,
already the
you know, so-
PM. You won.
yeah, you know, so Biden tries to stay above the fray. In fact, there was an incident 2 weeks ago.
Because Trump is always
When-
looking attention, and
yeah.
you don't always have to pander to him.
Yeah. So a reporter asked him a gotcha question about one of his indictments and about the mugshot,
Right.
and he said, handsome guy, lovely
I
guy.
love it.
That's what he
Biden.
said. Yeah. That's
Because
more.
people just try to pull
To
you
me-
out sometimes.
to me,
It's-
that's
So
more.
I'm looking at the National Heroes Day calendar, and I see that it says National Heroes Day concert, but that's in Nevis.
Right.
The yellow is saying
the red.
Yeah, it's saying National Heroes Day observance, announcement of national honors, community flag raising.
But where is that happening
It's
here?
saying Reed Lane and recognition ceremony, South CAP Southwell, and it says bust. I don't know.
So aren't those busts in the National Heroes Park? Exactly.
But
But-
apparently they
but
were
why-
saying they were saying.
But why would it? But it says CA.
Oh my goodness, where is that calendar?
CAP Southwell bust. What is the bust?
The bus. They have 4 busts in the National Heroes Park of the national heroes, the 4 that are always honored.
So why would they?
So how are they gonna lay something at the bust if it's not in the park?
But why would they
See?
say CAP Southwell alone?
I don't know. Why are you asking me these hard questions, sir? I don't work with that committee. Lay off me, please. Can I
know.
see? Because I can't find my calendar.
Here.
Let's see.
Okay. So 8:40. Let's take a quick break. But we have
What are we
creative
looking at,
economy
the
at
16th?
9. But we have an overdue for a break. We take a break. We come
You
back.
sure
we
it's
chat.
not Independence Committee?
I think they're. Well, I was told creative
Oh,
economy.
you
Creative
Okay.
economy.
But
they
they're
have
the ones.
something
They're the ones.
happening.
Yeah.
They're the ones responsible.
the
for
the
that.
Today-
Independence. There's supposed to be an Independence Fair tomorrow that they're supposed to speak about.
Okay.
So I thought
Somebody just messaged you and it said, "See, Paul Southwell bus is at Newtown."
is in
Thank
Newtown.
you for the
Okay.
person
yeah,
that just
that's-
messaged.
That's the roundabout by
So
the.
it means that he's not in the park then.
The statues of all national heroes are in the Heroes Park. Thank you, person that's messaging Azard while I have his phone.
So basically what? So therefore it is saying that.
So why only there? I don't know what's happening. Can
So
somebody please call
the
in and share?
The CAP Southwell bus is at Newtown. All statues of all national heroes are in the park at Connery.
Mm-hmm.
So why did they just specify that area in Newtown?
I feel like I need a lawyer
Newtown?
because I don't even
about?
understand why you're
if you
asking
look
me
at
these
the
questions.
poster, if you look at the poster, I went there to look at to see if they're going to be using the park,
Right.
because I am assuming that if they're using the park, then it will be indicated on the poster in somewhere.
Right.
They said Reed Lane and recognition ceremony, and in brackets it says the CAP Southwell bust, and I am told that the bust is in Newtown. So the
Right.
Reed
That is true.
Lane
Right
Yeah,
there
they
at
do,
that
yeah,
roundabout.
by
right.
so the
craft house.
Reed
Yes.
Lane ceremony, the Reed Lane and recognition ceremony, therefore, in my assumption, based on you reading and analyzing, would seem to be in Newtown and not at Connery.
Are we singling out
here's
national-
something
different
though. We
national
have 2 calls coming in, so hopefully someone is calling to clear this up.
Enlighten
Yeah.
us.
Okay, caller, go right ahead. Island T.
Hi, good morning, guys.
Hey,
Good
what's up?
morning.
Morning.
Actually, what happened about this topic here, right? Remember, usually, even when the unity government was in, they would have a ceremony at the Bradshaw Memorial thing in St. Paul, and the East Bastia persons and so on usually have that lead rain thing where they decorate the bus down there by industrial side
But-
there
but
by.
Who will go to St. Paul's?
They do it. They
Who-
do it.
who is
I think
they?
They do one first. They do one first, and then
Right.
they do the other one. The
Oh.
Labour Party executive, and so they go down.
Also, the
to that
Labour
way.
Party. The Labour Party.
So
the-
no, one
Yeah,
set goes
but
to.
not national. It's not a national thing, but
Oh.
That's what we're
you
trying to
know,
wonder.
the-
So
yeah,
you're
but
saying it's the Labour
you-
Party?
yeah, just like Labor Day when they go up at the cemetery and lay the wreaths to the fallen people.
But I think what we're saying
They
is
just do that, but that is outside the realm of the national thing that is supposed to be held at the park where all the busts are erected.
yeah, but that's what we're getting at. We're saying that if it's a national event, then why not have it at the National Heroes Park rather than going to a specific place? Because usually the Labour Party, even during the time of unity, would go to St. Paul's. So
Yes,
I think the
yes,
question
that's
was,
correct.
why not celebrate it without politics? I think that's what we were trying to say.
Oh, so you're saying Team Unity used to go to St. Paul's?
No.
Isn't that what you said?
No, the Labour Party used to go to St. Paul's. Team
you just-
Unity.
Like I think
Okay.
they do, like the caller is saying, early in the
Well-
morning, one set goes to Newton Ground, or where is Bradshaw?
St.
Paul's.
St. Paul's. And then another set would go to see Paul Southwell in Newton. And
Yes.
our
And-
question,
Yes,
right.
And that would be the Labour Party, right, Carlo?
That's correct. Yeah, that's correct. But what seems to be confusing now is that the mention of the both locations that the Labour Party usually visits annually, it still features prominent as though it is that area we are having the national event. So
Right.
they need to distinguish,
Right.
what is happening where and when and why.
Right, right.
And
Because
if it-
I know for the
That's
last
good.
few celebrations, we went to the National Heroes Park, which kind of
That's
makes
correct.
sense because it's National Heroes Day, and that's
National.
the park erected for them. And
I think you're thinking about it under the Team Unity administration.
you know, the thing is, it's weird
Because
because
this
I
is
wasn't
it.
even
This
thinking
is-
about administration. I
because-
just know it's a day, and this is who we're honoring, and this is where we should go because that's what the park was built for.
Yeah, but
Right?
I think the point that is being made is that it's being used to honor certain.
You guys are listening off here.
Thank you so much for
It's
calling.
being used to honor certain heroes, and of the 5 national heroes.
There's only one alive.
There's one alive, one who is a former political leader, former prime minister.
We shouldn't even be thinking about
Sir
it
Kennedy
like
Simmons.
that. Like,
We have Sim Daniel,
it's not an
who
easy thing to
is,
become a hero.
NRP was part of NRP, and the other 3 are from the Labour Party, and so it seems as though what should be a national event, you're just recognizing
Now becomes a political
the
event.
3 that belongs to you, rather than trying to honor all 5.
Okay, so I'm going to be optimistic and hope that something is announced before the day
Preach.
so that we use the park.
I mean, it doesn't take away from the fact that the Labour Party could do its own private activities.
Yeah, of
but
course.
then
You
when
can do
when,
all.
when you have, you should have something on the
We
national
have
level.
enough time to do all.
Yes.
I think we have enough time
you
to
have,
do all.
You should have a national committee, and this is what sometimes I look at it. It's and again, when you have things of a national standpoint, where you can't have persons engaged from all walks,
All
political
sectors,
parties.
yes.
Even when you look at the carnival, you look at everything, it's centralized against only party supporters.
And it's
So for-
ridiculous because national means it's all of us.
So for national events, you're seeing diehard party supporters involved at the head, at everything. So it's as though, if you're not a party diehard, you can't add to the
I think
national.
the only time we bypass that is
level.
with sports, and Patriots are not
Perhaps
doing
it's
so
just
well right
sports,
now.
yeah.
So
And that's perhaps is the only thing
maybe,
that we
Okay.
and it's funny that this was a part of the conversation that we had that was had last night, the independence conversations, and I think it was Gian, if I'm not mistaken, that said that the only time you see us really coming together and really saying, well, sink it's pride, sink it's this, sink it's that, is when we're out there on the world stage. And I think she alluded to the whole Byron Messiah thing that was going on with Jamaica and St. Kitts. But other than that, when you actually come onto St. Kitts of itself, we let politics separate us.
Okay, with that, 3 minutes
Much
on
needed
to 9.
break.
Yeah, let's take
Yeah.
a break and come back. And we're going to have Creative Economy joining us. Maybe they might clear up some of this for us. Or maybe not.
No pressure. don't put creative economy under pressure.
Jams are putting them in the hot
Exactly.
seat. Oh gosh.
Hey, I gotta,
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
Riddle this, riddle that. Horseman's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store is again giving away hundreds of thousands of dollars in cashback for free groceries with every hire purchase. Will be given back this coupon season. Happening now. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in cashback coupon to all our hire purchase customers this coupon season. Starting now until December 2023. You get absolutely free groceries with every hire purchase at our Horseman's Furniture and Appliances stores on St. Kitts Nevis and our Ashley Home Store on St. Kitts. So riddle this. Where can you get quality furniture and appliances at great prices with a flexible FlexPlay plan and with absolutely free groceries with every hire purchase? Riddle that. Cashback at Horseman's Furniture and Appliances on St. Kitts Nevis and our Ashley Home Store on St. Kitts. Riddle this, riddle that. Horseman's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store is giving you over $250,000 in cashback and a chance to win free groceries for a year. Riddle that cashback. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib. It's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
50,000?
50,000?
$50,000? Win big with TDC! Win up to $50,000 cash in the TDC Mega Rewards Mega Raffle! To enter, you must be a Mega Rewards member or sign up to TDC Mega Rewards Loyalty Program. Shop at our TDC retail stores or online at shoptdcgroup.com to receive one entry for every $250 spent. Draws take place from July to November. Win $10,000 every month with your entry rolled over so you can win, and win even more.
Yes, this is 50.
Terms and conditions apply.
Hold on tight, everybody just moving together like a storm. United we could conquer it all. Divided
from
and
Amazon.
we go fall. Hold on tight, everybody just
9 o'clock. Look at the time, and it's time to have a chat with our creative economy rep. Good morning, everyone.
Well, I wish they could see our guest. She is nicely decked out in all the Independence colors at this point.
Yes. She even came in here with the bunny ears.
And Snickers, because today's Snickers Day.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot that part.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Good morning, Miss Leah.
Good morning, Candy. Good morning, Azard.
Good morning.
No, good morning for Jamster.
I know, right?
He wanted to put you in the hot
He was
seat.
trying to throw me under the bus and get me mixed up in this melee.
Yeah.
But I will not be perturbed.
And you know how the beer used to say, melee for sale. We ain't got no melee in here.
Oh, yeah, I love you too.
Jamster is my longtime neighbor, so we have a certain rapport.
And you're accustomed to his ways.
I am actually.
Poor
I am.
soul.
But yes, just a plug for the Independence Party Committee. I love all of the hype that they're trying to bring to our independence celebrations. And having lived in other Caribbean countries and seeing how they hype up their independence days, their independence months, I think it's about time that St. Kitts comes on board. They've been trying to do this for some time. I know because it's Independence 40, there's been an extra push, but I would just encourage all of our citizens, it's our country. It's our 40th independence. So jump on board. Wear the yellow, wear the sneakers, wear the bunny ears. DFX has them on sale.
Are you listening?
$35.
I am.
Wear the yellow, wear the sneakers, wear the
I want to see Jamster in the
but these
bunny ears.
No,
I
these
am
bunny
so
ears are
listening.
lit, right?
I'm actually looking for the instrumental for this song. So
Yes,
I'm
no.
all on board. So
All right. And a plug for a big tune
No,
for the
I
creative
absolutely
economy,
love
our
this song.
creative anthem. I mean, Road Match, anybody? Road
I know,
Match?
right? No, but the song usually gets me going. But to
it
your
sounds
point,
really good.
my obsession with independence, maybe it kind of like because of what I grew up with, and like my favorite part is seeing the decor.
Yeah.
And I usually kind of overdo it at my office, so my staff gets really annoyed.
But Leah makes a good point, because I always see the videos on YouTube in Dominica.
Everybody goes wild.
Antigua.
St.
They're
Lucia,
really-
Jamaica.
yeah, I mean,
In Guyana, we have a
Barbados.
flag raising. I think
Barbados
flag
does
raising
really-
there
Yeah,
too.
really well. I mean, all
Yeah.
their roundabouts, the lights on the buildings at night is all blue and yellow. I mean, Jamaica, we know it's green and yellow. Everybody goes big. It doesn't matter which year. And I think for our
Exactly.
40th, we really should go big as well. And we can't leave it to the committee themselves.
True.
It's on
true.
us.
And
It's
40
on us.
is a very significant number.
It's pivotal. As an independence baby myself, born in 1983.
That's what's happening
Yes,
here.
it's also extremely special for me to be celebrating 40 with my country.
Your birthday September?
No, it's January. I was
Oh,
born
wow.
before, but
We'll still take it.
yeah,
we'll take
definitely. We're birthday twins. Yay. But on to what I'm really here to talk about, because I only have 15 minutes and I think I've spent 10 of those boosting independence celebrations. So as part of the official independence celebrations, we have the Independence 40 Street Fair coming up tomorrow, and it's the first of its kind. It is similar in setup to what we did for Midnight Escape, except it's bigger. It's bigger. It says street fair, and trust me, it is a street fair. It encapsulates 4th Street and Central Street. When I say 4th Street, it starts in the west at Development Bank, and it travels east all the way to National Bank, so just before West Independence Square Street. So that entire portion of Central Street will be transformed tomorrow. And 4th Street, it starts from Republic Bank and heads north right up to the pharmacy, Cars, Farm Care.
So what are we to expect? Because you said bigger, and all I heard was bigger. So what are we to expect?
So we have a whole set of vendors that will be on board with us, boosting our small businesses and our entrepreneurs, giving them an opportunity to showcase their creative talents and monetize, because we know that is the big word right now. Everyone is really just trying to make a living. So come on out, support our local entrepreneurs, our local artisans. They'll be out in full force, ready to offer you their goodies. We'll also have entertainment all throughout the event. It starts at 1 p.m. and it runs straight through to 10 p.m. So literally it is, yes.
An all-day affair.
It's an all-day affair. And we have some exciting acts coming on. We do have, I have been instructed specifically to highlight, and I like to follow instructions, to highlight our 2 artists out of Nevis. So the opener is going to be Vinell Powell.
She's really good.
And we know what a phenomenal singer she is. Her voice is absolutely amazing. So she's going to open it. So you definitely have to be there on time. You do not want to miss Vinell. We are also bringing the core band out of Nevis, and we know how they can rock it. So it's going to be, as the younger, notice I said younger because I'm still young. As the younger people like to say, it's going to be lit, right?
It's about to be lit.
It's about to be lit. We also will have performances by 313, a whole host of local artists and acts. De jour, of course, he's on the creative anthem.
It wouldn't be.
No, we
without
can't. We
De
can't.
jour,
No,
right?
definitely not.
Yeah,
Definitely
De
not.
jour.
We have. Let me consult.
And,
I don't want to leave
313
anyone
is
out.
really good too. So I mean, I enjoyed their performance at Music Festival. So
I am biased to 313, but I think my bias is along the lines with everybody else. So it's not bad. And it's not just singers. We'll have performances by Okola Tegramante. We'll also have G4E Zavi. I don't know if anyone has. He performed recently. At the Creative Economy launch event. If y'all were there down at Port Zante.
So he's back. Nice.
He's back. We have New Wave Sounds going to be keeping us in between the performances. So it's an all-day affair. Bring the entire family out. And the closing, kind of afraid to say this because we can just get everybody come in. But the closing, to wrap it up, 9 to 10 p.m., guess who we having? Okay. Who do you think?
I think it's gonna be Ruckus.
Which band you think could close this event in grand style for Independence Party?
Well, you said grand, so I kind of want to go off on grand, but then I'm a sugarhead, so kind of biased.
I am neither going to confirm or deny the status of my sugarheadness. However, I gave you the hint in grand style, so it's none other than the Grandmasters Road Match Champions, led by His Excellency Ruckus.
Nice.
So they're going to close us off from 9 to 10. You don't want to miss that. But also, it's an opportunity to bring the kids down. There's going to be a fun zone, the mechanical bull, bouncing castle, all of that good stuff. And that's absolutely free, by the way, so they don't have to harass you to buy them tokens. So you can save your money and spend it on the vendors.
Businesses, right?
Correct.
Nice plug. Nice plug.
Definitely. And you come out in your independence colors. Come and get your independence goodies. Definitely.
I feel like that independence colors part was specifically for Jamster because he's missed 2 days now.
Mm-hmm. In his black.
We're not even doing black this week, friend. Just pipe down over there.
Let me see where black be on the calendar.
So next week. Next week.
Next week is black?
You're early.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're early.
And you know me, I'll deliberately wear something else other than black. No, I'm
We're about to wet you down next week if you come in the wrong color. Let me just tell you. But thank you so much for popping in, Miss Independence herself.
Yeah.
Yes. For those of you who can't see, Leah is embracing everything that's happening today. She has on sneakers.
I mean,
with yellow socks too.
Yes. I had to keep the
yellow shirt, and then the head thing. Like, yeah, she's definitely ready for independence.
You
definitely.
know, what today is? Today is the 8th?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Next week, Friday.
I'm way ahead of you, friend.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you were over there studying. I thought he meant to put something.
I'm making sure Jamster, we got him.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so yes, Jamster, you have to come next week in black. Actually, I think you should make up for it throughout the week for the colors that you missed. 1.
I usually
2,
wear black, so
you should head to DFX to get your bunny ears. She also has other.
Who's DFX?
That's Corrine.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes, so you should head to her as soon as possible. She can custom make something for you if you don't particularly like this headband.
No excuse.
I don't want you in my headband.
So get
I want to be the only one in this one. So you can follow my style, but I don't want you to have this exact one. Okay? Right. So get on board with the Independence celebrations. Come down to 4th and Central Streets tomorrow for the Independence Party Street Fair. And have a great time as we support our local businesses. And we... Oh, y'all trying to get me up.
To see your headband.
Yes.
As we support our local businesses and we just have a great time honoring our country's 40th independence anniversary.
Awesome.
And hopefully Corinne is out tomorrow selling those. So Corinne, if you're listening.
Corinne, well, if you're not, I don't have the list of vendors on me now, but Corinne, if you're not on it, you better get on it.
Exactly, double time.
Right.
Thank you so much for coming in and enlightening our studio, bringing all that independent spirit and vibe.
With a little razzle dazzle.
Tomorrow, I think I'm gonna try and get everybody to come now. The kids and
good job, Dad.
Yes,
and
good job.
I'm looking forward to see the core actually. So
it's gonna be great.
I'm a core fan.
There was something else to it.
No,
but core is pretty good though.
Core is amazing. Core is absolutely amazing. I mean, actually, I don't know if anybody saw, but DJ Terror has been asking persons to identify local songs, their favorite local songs. He's trying to put together a local playlist. And a lot of the songs, you think you know them, but when you really listen, I'm excited for when he puts that together. Not just the soca aspect, but the dancehall aspect as well, the reggae /dancehall that we have. we have so much music in this country. We have so many amazing artists. And I'm not talking about just now.
Yeah.
Going back, talk about our Calypsonians. Oh, speaking of, we will also have Calypsonians performing tomorrow. So there is something for everyone.
All right.
Every genre. If you want to walk up bad and be outside again, come for Grandmasters. If you want to hear core, come out. Vinelle is going to wow you in the start with her powerful voice. So definitely everything for everyone. Come on.
I didn't have anything planned for tomorrow, but
No,
now
you
my
don't have
calendar is
anything planned.
definitely booked.
Yeah.
Don't have anything
for
planned.
sure.
Plus, I have to
For
be
sure.
there all day, so why not?
I
Join
know.
you. I need the company.
It's a date.
So, Jam, so you're going to
you.
join her with your bunny ears as well?
You heard him get instructions not to do those.
Yeah, but he could get something
No, he could
else.
get bunny ears, just not these ones.
Oh, he could get the taller ones.
Yes.
You know, like the
You
tall,
could get the
tall
more
ones.
masculine
Yeah.
ones.
You getting dressed over here,
I mean, it's you could wear whatever you want. Obviously, it's 2023. You could identify however you feel. No judgment.
When, when
I am loving this
remember,
program.
remember the bunnies have the kind of, what you call that, the tail?
Yeah. Oh my God. Wow.
when and host shall encamp against you, be
Let
strong.
me tell you, when Jamster comes for you, don't call me. Thank you so much for popping in, Leo. We
Thank
will
you for
see you
having
tomorrow.
me.
I'm going
I'm
to
looking
drag
forward
both of
to
them
see
out.
all of you there tomorrow.
Because
Even
as
if
Yeah,
you
for
have
sure.
nothing to do tomorrow, so we're going tomorrow.
How could she
And
say
Jamster,
that?
I already cleared your calendar.
No,
and
I'm-
Jamster
I'm
already
be
says
there.
he's
I'm
coming
be
for
there.
core, so maybe he might
So
actually
What time it
dance.
starts again, Leo?
1 p.m. straight through to 10 p.m. But don't come late. Come and get everything. There's gonna be food, fun, everything, entertainment. It's gonna be, what did I say?
Lit.
Lit.
I hope there's a black pudding vendor. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no,
I
yeah.
honestly, I wish my brain could hold all of that information, but come and find
Leah?
out. There's only one.
Yeah, I'm
Leah.
just throwing it out there in case there wasn't
Leah,
one. Make sure black
Leah,
pudding
here's something
out there.
for you guys to think about at some point. It would be nice if we could go to a function like this and someone came up with a nice neat way of presenting our local dish, like the spicy breadfruit,
There
the
might
plantain,
be. You never know.
the spicy plantain, the breadfruit, and the soft. That would be really nice. Like if you could just get like a little
Container?
fast food type plastic
To go.
Like
cardboard
a sample size? You mean?
yeah, I mean that you could buy $5,
Brilliant.
$10, $12.
Not $5, Jam says.
Yeah.
2023.
You know how
you
much
can't
things
buy
in that
food
one
for
dish?
$5.
Our dish is complicated.
Salt fish, you
Yeah,
can't
that's
get.
true. That's true.
breadfruit,
That's true.
plantain.
Saltfish.
Nobody buying breadfruit.
Saltfish is shrimp
I
prices.
mean, they don't
actually.
buy it for
Yeah.
real, for real. My
Nobody
neighbor's
buys
can't get a break. But
But the
For real.
saltfish alone.
Yeah, for real. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
true,
Let's
that's
be
true.
realistic.
That's true. That's
Let's
true.
be
Hopefully,
realistic.
you know
but
what?
I understand
Only
what you
one way
mean.
to find
I
out.
understand what you mean.
It would be nice.
So that is an excellent idea. I hope some of our food vendors are listening.
Hope they have
Yeah.
conky.
Conky.
You know, like a lot of
you know
things
what?
that
Let's
we
go out
associate
tomorrow
with,
and
you
see
know.
That's
what
what
they
I'm saying.
have.
Come out
And then
tomorrow.
Monday we can give a report.
And I saw Siobhan doing this breadfruit chip thing yesterday.
Oh
on
yeah,
Facebook.
that's yeah.
So it'd be
You
nice
mean
if
Cocoa plums, awesome.
Yeah,
yeah,
love
they
it.
did the
Love it.
breadfruit chips.
Love
And
it.
so
Love
I would
it.
love breadfruit fries. I would love to see.
Love.
you
She
know.
was at. They were at the
Yeah.
Creative Economy launch in
Right.
July, and I was going around to the different vendors. Oh, that was my favorite booth. I had to sample obviously because I
Of
was on the
course.
mic and I had
Right.
to
Good
let
excuse.
persons know what to come and what to expect. So
Yeah.
definitely,
Good excuse, Leah.
I hope they're there tomorrow. I'll be on the mic again as the host.
So you have to sample
And I
again.
will have. I mean, it just somebody has to do this work.
And why not you?
Exactly. I'm here for the service. I really
wow.
am. You would know.
Yes,
we're
yes.
Rotarians.
I see you
Service
came
above
with your
self.
rotary pen. Yes, ma'am.
Well, let me as I make sure Siobhan has a kiosk with some breadfruit fries tomorrow. All right?
And you know the thing is, right?
Brandon, you mean?
No, as him the thing on Facebook. He was sort of like these spokesperson type thing.
Oh.
I learned something.
And the
The
thing
spokes-
about it, Leah,
spokes eater.
Jamster always talks about food, so might as well we try to get into some competitions to taste some food.
This is true.
Jamster, look for me tomorrow. We're gonna
They're
have
really
we're gonna
our
have a
neighbors.
food tasting competition.
You see, this
Yeah,
neighbor
no,
thing.
come.
And Siobhan chose right too because Azim is a vegetarian, so
Yeah,
She's-
their
she's-
food
she-
is
she
gluten
is.
free,
She's-
vegan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I went to school with her, so I've been following her journey. So
I'll-
nice. So we'll
So
hopefully see them
Siobhan,
tomorrow.
I hope you're gonna have some breadfruit fries down at that thing tomorrow. So scramble if you didn't have that in mind.
for Siobhan.
Okay. All right. Hey,
Awesome.
Leah, it was nice.
Thank you.
It was. It's
so
always
much.
nice to have Leah in here.
Yes.
Thank you.
it's
I'm
always
starting to feel
good.
like a regular.
Yes.
That's okay. We
Whether
always
it's the
welcome.
creative economy, Rotary.
SBDC.
Yes, I do wear a few hats.
You probably have to
Twice
come
the
out for Carnival too, so I'm sure we'll
No
probably be
wonder she
seeing
had to
you.
get a headdress.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
probably be seeing you later down in the year, right? When-
Yeah.
We can already later
Yeah.
down in the year, so another couple
It's
weeks.
September. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Because I did see you at the reveal.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
You
yes.
were having a field day at the reveal.
Yes.
I wanted to wear my bunny ears there as well, but
Kind of would have clashed with the outfit.
it would have,
Yeah.
and it wasn't about me, it was about the girls.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I had to take a step back, obviously.
But today,
Yeah.
no
But
excuse.
that was great hearing from the subcommittee chairs about their plans.
Yes, it was.
Carnival
It
is
was.
going to be
Yeah.
big.
And the prices have been upped because that's one of the
Oh.
things I was listening out for. I was like, well, all right, go
The
on with your bad self.
the
Yeah.
prizes for Panorama, for Miss St. Kitts. Wait, so sorry, they changed the name. Miss Teen St. Kitts and Nevis.
Yes, that
Yes.
went up as well. I heard you volunteering to carry sticks.
Yes, yes.
I was like,
20
she
grand.
is swift with this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes. So kudos to, this is something I was saying earlier. We are up in stuff. We're trying our best to, get out there and improve stuff. And I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it. There's still some things that need tweaking, but we're getting there. Small
Yes,
steps.
we are getting
Small
there. And a
steps.
lot of work is being done, I think, because, when you see those synchronized swimmers and they're so graceful on the top of the water, but when you go underneath, you see, their little scampering feet trying to... That's what's going on in a lot of areas. But because things on the outside seem so calm, people tend to think that nothing's happening.
yeah.
But that's not the case. It
I
may
love
not be
that
happening
analogy.
as
I'm
quickly
here
as
for
we
it.
would
Yeah.
like it to.
I love that analogy.
But things are happening. People are working. People are overworked.
Yes, yes.
And they're working extremely hard to bring out the best product, whether it's the Independence 40 celebrations, the Carnival celebrations, any celebration, really.
I love it because from the outside, what we're projecting to the world, that's what matters for me. It's like nobody should see you scrambling at the bottom of the water, like, the ducks, like you just alluded to.
Synchronized swimmers. not
Synchronized
ducks.
swim. For me, I was like thinking, the ducks, they're like gliding along nicely along the water. At the bottom, they're pedaling like hell.
Yes.
But I don't think anybody should see the pedaling. Or the feet for the
Yes,
synchronized swimmers.
yes.
Let us just see St. Kitts being promoted out there in the world for what we really are. And I think we're really patriotic person, but we just need to get it together, here.
Yeah.
Come together as one. Forget
Yes.
this nonsense.
And drop this song.
Yeah, drop this song.
The Jamster.
Hold on tight.
Tight, everybody just moving together like a storm. United we could conquer it all. Divided and we go far. Hold on tight, everybody just moving together like a storm. Divided and we go far. United we could conquer it all.
It actually would be nice if this got road match for
Nah,
but-
it
Really would.
Yeah, it would be nice.
It really would.
Yeah.
And
We
they
have to
came,
invite
they
them
really
more
came
often.
together. Those artists came together
Yeah.
to make this song. I mean,
Yeah.
the video, I don't know if you've seen the video.
Yes.
It has a lot of potential. It really does.
I love
And
the
it
message.
speaks
and-
volumes
yeah.
as to what our creatives can do. What
Yeah.
and what we want them to do.
Yeah. And big up to Steady. That's the producer. Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
Show off. Show off.
He knows things that
I
we
know.
don't.
Show off.
He knows that. He's in that field, so he just
I wouldn't
putting a
know.
little
Yeah.
plug in there.
I
You know.
know.
But thank you again. And just one last plug for our Independence 40 Street Fair tomorrow. Come on out. We're going to be on 4th and Central Streets with our food vendors, with our artisans, with our entertainers. We also have our fun zone. So bring the kids, bring the older kids, bring the big kids, bring every kid.
Just come out.
Yeah.
Come out, come out, come out.
Bring the
Support.
kid within you.
Exactly.
Yay, nice.
So thanks for having me and see all of you tomorrow.
Definitely.
Jamster, don't forget our date. We have our food sampling
Absolutely.
competition.
Absolutely.
Let's
All
take
right.
a short break,
Absolutely.
Jamster.
I just want to be
Hey,
the judge.
Jamie. And with the music Let's hit the song and take a short break.
Yes, let's play that creative anthem.
Maybe you should dance for the pictures.
Oh Lord.
It's our time, fall in line. It's that time to shine. It's our time, fall in line. It's that time. Hold on tight, everybody just moving together like a star. United we can conquer it all. Divided then you know we go far. Hold on tight, everybody just moving together like a star. Yes, divided then you know we go far. United we can conquer it all. Move together, together. Move together, move together, together. Move together, move together, together. Move together. When we move together, we gon' make the whole world shift. We gon' make the world shift. We gon' make the world shift. We gon' make the world shift. Hold on tight, everybody just moving together like a storm. United we could conquer it all. Divided then you know we go fall. Hold on tight, everybody just moving together like a storm. Yes, divided then you know we go fall. United we could conquer it all. I do it over. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell me why you lift up, make up and notice it almost done. Vibe so nice, can't stand up and pose. What we come for is fun. Don't keep bad vibes around me, no negative at all. Everything good over here. Tell them that we out there and money done pay, pay, pay. Money done pay, pay, pay. We money done pay. Tell them don't disturb we, then we do it, ting, ting, ting. Then we do it, ting, ting, ting. Then we do it, ting. We don't need no bad vibes around. It's good vibes alone. Drinking and good vibes alone. Jamming on good vibes alone. We don't need no haters to come in. Don't keep them around. Love up and friends all around. That's how you know we good. Trust me, we good, we good, we good. Everything good over here. Trust me, we good over here. Trust me, we good, we good, we good. Everything good over here. Trust me, we good over here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know I done mash up and drunk outside and lose me count. My friend them done turn up, it look like they drink the same amount. Love this good life I live in with no regrets at all. Everything good over here. Tell them
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
don't disturb we, then we do it, take.
And we are back. It's 9:25.
Yeah.
Yeah, good vibes alone, no doubt.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So I actually didn't even know that thing because
Which one?
you know that you sent me the program, and I didn't even have time because of how the squares are. So I didn't even know about that.
Well, I am part of the small business enterprise, as you know, so I get all the updates.
I really
So,
hope they have
might have been
food
cheating.
tomorrow.
They're going to have food, trust me, because there's like a business registry, and so like a bunch of small businesses are in there, and a good amount of them do food as well.
Okay.
So, yeah, there's going to be food.
So good. So I hope.
Yeah, apparently, food is the only motivation to get him out there. But yeah, there's definitely going to be
Well,
food,
there's the
Jamster.
core.
And Jamsa, they're going to be steak too.
I'm gonna just like for me, Saturdays mean
And my boy
goat
Ruckus,
water,
of course.
black pudding, cook up. So yeah, I'm definitely
Jerk
not
pork.
cooking
They better
tomorrow.
They better have
I'm
jerk
sure.
pork.
I'll be very disappointed if I go there and there's no black pudding. Like I think
know.
I might cry.
Oh, you like black pudding?
I'm obsessed.
Oh, okay.
She is a
Obsessed.
black pudding fan.
Yeah. So
You like black pudding?
and
Azard?
cook up. Saturdays
Yeah,
cook up.
Yeah.
But it has to be
Yeah.
like a specific cook up. Like I hate black eyed
So you
peas.
like our style of cook up, right? Well, I guess
mean-
they probably call it something different down south, but
No.
well, we do it
We
different.
call it
Oh,
cook up.
they
We
call
cook it the
cook-up
same
too?
way. The only thing is, I don't know if you guys put coconut milk in yours because we put coconut milk in ours, but it's basically the same
Oh,
dish.
Okay.
So,
No,
and I was actually gonna make cook up tomorrow, so now I don't
Jamaicans-
have to cook.
You know, it's funny. I think only I actually learned that from my uncle, my aunt, who I used to live with in Canada.
Uh-huh.
She's married to a Jamaican, and that was my first time seeing coconut.
Coconut?
So I picked up a lot of
Oh,
stuff.
you mean like coconut milk being used?
in rice?
Oh,
and
no,
like
no, no, no.
rice and
In
red
Guyana,
beans
we
and so-
put
so
coconut milk
that's
in
like a standard thing
shine
for me now.
rice, cook up.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I know, like in the Thai culture, they put coconut milk in
Yes,
their curry, so
everything,
I've
yeah.
tested that as well.
Oh,
but
that's
coconut
wicked.
milk makes everything taste like
The
10
Thai food
times
is wicked, and with the
better.
peanuts, and you know they make peanut sauce. And,
Yeah,
and,
so. Yeah.
But yeah, the coconut.
But I hope somebody has cook up tomorrow without saltfish. I don't like saltfish in my cook up.
The coconut milk. That's interesting for cook up. I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I can't cook up in my house without coconut milk. It's
Yeah.
not cook up, and coconut milk has a special flavor. So yeah, I'm definitely here for it. But yeah, I hope they have food vendors tomorrow. Please, I hope you guys are listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna save me a trip to the kitchen.
I hope Siobhan is gonna be there for real too. You know, it's
Siobhan,
funny.
I really hope you're
But you
going to
know
be
what's
out
funny?
there tomorrow because
what's
I want to
funny?
try these breadfruit chips that Jamster is going on and on about.
What's funny?
I think I saw it on her page.
I thought it was funny because I was telling my wife last night. I said it's interesting when people tag you. They really know. You could tell when people know what you like, what you're gonna like. Because she tagged me, right? So then I went to the thing and I liked it, and then I even left a comment.
No, but
and
I gravitated to her type of cooking because I did like a stint with being vegan. I really have to get back there, Lord. But yeah, so I know she was
Yeah.
doing the vegan thing because we
Yeah,
had
so-
like a whole big conversation. We went to school together, so
Yeah.
we're pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I applaud all her efforts. Like right now, she's converting tires into ottomans and tables. You should check that out.
Really?
Because when we went to school together, she
It's like coffee
kind of
tables
majored
and
in
stuff.
art. Yeah.
Yeah,
So we did
okay.
lit together, but then she, of course, did art.
Okay.
And for her, it comes
Okay.
naturally. I can't do that type of
Okay.
stuff. I'll stick to decor. But she's like a natural. So that's her newest project.
Yeah.
So hopefully she might bring out some tomorrow so
can't
people
wait to-
can see and
I
purchase.
can't wait to see Azim and tease him and call him Wolfgang Puck or
Oh,
something,
Lord.
or Guy Fieri.
Listen, so here's what I'm gonna propose, and I should have done it when Leah was here. You guys do the tasting, but then I have to judge. So that means you have to bring the samples to me. Jam says, like, what? Share my food? Don't be greedy.
That was the last thing on my mind. Okay, guys, 9:29. We got to take a quick break. Hear from our day part sponsor, Rams, and then we have Fireproof coming up next. How about that?
Sounds good.
That's always fun, right?
Yeah. Once there's no fires, it's always fun.
True.
It's good vibes alone, drinking and good vibes alone, jamming and good vibes alone.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Hey kids, drink healthy!
Reduce sugar chubby with the same great taste. Lots of magic fruity flavors, drink from more healthy way.
It tastes so yummy, chubby, chubby.
25% less sugar chubby. Be active, be healthy, drink lots of chubby. Kicking football, playing cricket, having fun in the sun.
It's chubby.
Reduced sugar chubby keeps you cool and refreshed.
It tastes so yummy, chubby, chubby.
25% less sugar chubby. Jumping rope, running races, have fun.
It tastes so yummy, chubby.
Drink the more healthy way.
Fruta, fruta full of vitamin thing. Real fruit juice, not full of vitamin. Pop open the goodness, just dive in. Fruta every night, fruta every morning.
It's the amazing taste and quality in fruit juice you've come to know and love. Anytime, anywhere, any occasion. Fruta is your tastier, better, healthier choice.
We got the vibes, fruta. Real, real nice, fruta.
And for the families, remember to pick up the 1 liter.
Radio never sounded like this.
Radio never sounded like this, sounded like this.
98.9 Win FM.
Well, let's will another fire-free week into existence with this edition of Fireproof. It's 9:32, and we have got our officers on deck. Good morning.
Good morning. You're not hearing? Oh no.
No, I am not.
Just try a different.
Port.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys good now?
Yeah.
Scared of what he was gonna say. I was like, what did you say? Port.
Yes.
No, port. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Good morning, guys. How are you guys?
Wonderful.
How are you?
We're good.
Wonderful.
How are you?
Azard, Candy. I'm good.
How was your week?
It was good. The week was good.
Always good when you say that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm always scared that you're going to say, well, we had a fire.
Once that well comes in, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've been smelling smoke in my house for the last 4 days. So I know somebody has been lighting fires without approval. And we already traumatized in that area. Like, I didn't even want to smell smoke at this point, right? So once you say it's good, according to our caller, as long as you're good, we are good.
All right, so before we get into our topic this morning, I have with me a very special guest, and I would let him introduce himself, and maybe we would share a bit of a background history.
All right.
Yes.
Go for it.
Yes, good morning all. My name is Pablo Gumbs. I'm Fire Substation Officer, Gumbs at the Bastille Fire Service. Me and Timothy, we joined the fire service back in 1999. So we had a long stint at the fire service. So that's basically it.
I feel like there's more, right? And he's like smiling from ear to ear. Not sure I'm trusting that that's it. So you guys got into mischief together. It's okay, you can say it. We won't judge you.
Yeah,
listen, so let me tell you, I have known Timothy from high school. So don't even try to come in here and pretend like you guys didn't get into mischief together. I know him.
I was the quiet one.
Not buying it. But it's very nice to
Yeah, there
meet
was
you.
like an inside joke type thing going on
Yeah,
there, right?
Nobody's buying that I was the quiet one. I know Timothy.
It's good. It's
Very
good.
responsible fire
It's good to
officer.
have another Gums in the room.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. So just because I went to school with Timothy, you want to have... Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, so in terms of the topic now, we are looking at back to school safety measures. You know, school is on right now, so a number of parents as well as teachers are actually doing things to prepare themselves, whether it be at home or in the school setting.
Oh, nice.
You're right. So with school, you know, you have a lot of uniforms to iron. Yeah, so we're gonna touch a bit on the ironing.
I'm always
I am so happy I'm out of that phase.
But even for work, you have to iron. So I'm always in that mindset, like, okay, did I turn off the heater?
Oh, yeah, I know you're paranoid with the heater.
Yeah, the heater.
But I used to have to iron my little sister's school clothes, so I'm so happy
And
that
you're
I'm
out of that.
phase. Thank the Lord. But tell us, what are some of the safety measures?
Yeah, so when it comes to the iron, we should be mindful as to, first of all, where we iron. We should get a proper ironing board. Some persons, they iron on their bed, and that can be a serious mistake for persons. You know, you put the bed standing, you put the iron standing upright, then you go to do something, you may that bed might just shake, that iron topples on the bed, stays there until it starts to burn the sheet, and then, you know, smoke.
Rest is history.
Yeah, the rest goes up in flames.
Good grief.
Yeah, so where you iron plays a key aspect. Also to be sure to remember to turn off the iron. Like you said, Azard,
yes.
he's mindful of whether or not he turns off the iron. My mom is the same way.
He has like a keyword that he does, so he remembers. But for me, I unplug it and take it back to where it was. So that way I know I unplugged it. Like I don't like to leave it. And if I can't move it right away, I'm paranoid. Like I put it facing a wall or something, so I don't even want to leave it on the board. Like, yeah, because you hear of so many incidences where something as small as an iron or a curling iron, and then everything is up in flames.
Yep.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
in smokes. Yeah.
Yeah, so my mom is like the Iron Patrol, you know. Yeah, she Iron Patrol police, you know. She goes and Timothy, you turn off the iron. Timothy, yeah, everything to do with the iron, she's on top of you. Yeah, so be mindful to plug out the iron, put it away, and don't put it away hot. Don't put it around objects when it's still
Right.
hot. Make sure to let it cool, and then you could maybe put it in its place where it might, you know, affect other materials. That's something to note. We could touch base on cooking. We have a chef in the room, you know, in the form of Mr. Pablo Gumbs.
Mhm.
So we could let him touch on, you know, the do's and don'ts when it comes to cooking.
Well, all right then, chef.
Yes, basically, when you're cooking, you know, some people, they start cooking and then they might get a phone call or they might just go outside and, you know, they forget that they have on the stove or they might just, maybe, I got to go down the shop to get something. You know, we're trying to tell people not to do that. If you are cooking, make sure you monitor your stove so that you don't have any incidents with pertaining to fires and stuff like that. So one of the things we want to do is to sensitize the general public to let them know that, you know, when you're cooking, make sure that you monitor what you're doing. Do not leave your stove. Do not leave the stove. And
Yeah, but who
go
does
go
that?
downstairs.
Like, shouldn't you focus on the pot?
Well, some people when they're cooking, they don't really. They put on the pot and then they might go do something. They might go take a shower, or they might go talk to somebody outside and stuff like that.
Or go on the bed to let down
you know,
and
they
sleep.
go to take a little 5 minutes and then you forget, and then after you smell smoke and stuff like that. So we're trying to tell people to be careful,
Right.
and when they're cooking, to be mindful on what you're doing.
Oh, wow. You know, you're absolutely right. Like, I could see it happening. You think that, okay, I can give it 5 minutes, and then whatever you leave to go do takes more than 5 minutes,
Yeah.
and then the next thing.
Even like when you say you're going to give yourself a little bit more sleep, 5 minutes.
At 5 minutes.
Let's hope that
into
you're
an
not
hour.
cooking and say you're going to give yourself 5 minutes.
5
Yeah.
minutes. I feel like that's why you were late this morning. 5 minutes?
No. I wish I was doing so many things to get this day off and running, because I have court at 10 and then funeral service of my colleague in the
I wanted to mention that
afternoon.
at the
Yes.
end of the show.
Yeah. Sharina Law, she's
Sweet
being
girl.
buried today, you know.
being laid to
Yeah,
rest.
That's sad.
laid to rest.
Sad. Yeah. In relation to the cooking as well, too, parents have to be mindful as to the children that they send to the stove. The more like the teenagers can handle themselves around a stove, but then sometimes in doing certain things, you tell your younger child or children to do things around the stove, which you have to be careful and mindful of. So your child should be how should I put it? The monitored, right? In whatever they do, for the very younger ones, try to put matches and lighters away so that they don't get enticed to play with these things.
Children are fascinated with fire.
Right. And I don't know where they get that concept from a young age that you scratch a match and I guess what they see. Yeah,
Fire is
what
it's
they
almost
see.
like it's magic.
Right.
So.
Yeah, so parents have to be mindful at the age at which they tell the children to do things around the stove.
Right.
Curling iron. You could touch on that, Candy, to curling iron.
Yeah, but I didn't use any this morning.
No, curling iron, we know that generates a lot of heat. And depending on, it's just that metal shaft, it gets heated really hot. You put down that iron, depending on what you put it on, that material can actually start to burn. So persons have to be mindful after, accessorizing their hair to make it look all bouncy and everything.
Yes.
You got to be mindful as to
You
where
know
you
how
put
curling
that.
irons work. They make mats for some of them now, It's like a heat-resistant type mat.
No, that's
because
good.
sometimes you rest it down and it's not a proper surface.
Right.
So Yeah. So hopefully they invest in that, or they make sure that they plug it out.
You're right,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
Now, school is on, as we say, and a lot of school projects are being done. A lot of school projects. And one of the type of equipment that they use to do these school projects is glue guns.
Ah, that's true.
Yeah. You know, it's a gun that heats up when it's plugged into electricity.
Can get really hot.
You put a glue stick in, and you know the glue stick squeezes out as it, you know, the heat. Yeah, so that can become really hot, as we say. So persons have to be mindful how they use it. Just like how the curling iron, you don't put them any and anywhere. You actually have to know how to. They have I think some stands.
They do have
They
stands.
have some stands.
And then
yeah.
you're always advised to put something underneath it. Because, of course, the glue gets really hot and it can burn through plastic surfaces.
Exactly.
And I have
You
several
can actually-
burns from glue guns because I work with them daily.
You can actually burn yourself as well.
Let me tell you. I have one in my office. Everybody's terrified to use because it gets really hot and it burns like nobody's business.
Wow.
So I know the danger.
And then depending on the quality of the glue gun as well, sometimes the handle itself as well can get hot. So, you know, you have to be mindful of the quality that you look when you're buying a
Right.
glue gun.
Now, let me ask you something. Do you guys often go into schools and do like drills and do like fire prevention tips for even like I know at summer you do like a summer camp, and let me tell you, those children, they listen because they go home and they become little fire officers in their homes. But do you also do that in schools? Do you guys go into schools? Do you guys go into schools and do like drills and tips, that type of stuff, or is it left to the teachers? And
Yeah, so let me start by the summer program. I'm happy to hear that you say the what we do with the children are actually resonating throughout, not just with them, but they're going home to their families and actually being fire wardens
let me tell you.
at home, right? So it's happy to note. But yes, we do conduct drills with schools. We can do it a bit more often, right? So yes, that's something that we go. We go to schools, we conduct evacuation drills with them. Given you know the calendar school year that is busy with so many different things, we basically have to wait on the schools for them to kind of
connect.
It's so many different things that the school go through a calendar year.
Yeah.
Prior to school opening, we did go and do some inspections at the schools. Yeah, so we collaborated with the Ministry of Education, and we were happy to be a part of that.
Lovely, because we lost a school to fire, so I think that is progressive.
Yes.
I actually love it. So good job.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, we also encourage the children to, after the summer safety program and stuff like that, to actually go back home and speak to their parents about what they have learned and stuff like that, so that they can give them these fire safety tips as well. So, as you said, they can also be like, officers in their own right.
That's brilliant, because it shows that you guys are doing a good job.
Yes.
They retain that information. Like, let me tell you, they be lecturing the parents.
And we try to make it fun and interactive, so we're not just there boring the children. We try to make it exciting. So when something is exciting, it tends to
stick.
Yeah,
It sticks. Nice. Well, I'm happy to hear that, you guys actually did that inspection before. I don't know, was it like a requirement that they have fire extinguishers in the school and that somebody at least be like a fire officer? Like, how did that work?
Yeah, so that is all of that is part and parcel of the inspection. So we were able to highlight areas that need fire extinguishers, and even in some instances where they can put smoke detectors. It's not everywhere going to have the smoke detectors, but
Right.
in key areas, vulnerable areas, we can have smoke detectors erected.
Okay, nice. So we're up in our game.
Yeah.
Good.
Very much so.
Anything else? Tell me.
Electricity.
Ugh.
Electricity.
The grounding.
Yeah, not just grounding, but when it comes to well, at home, persons, they tend to have these surge protectors, and some persons, even within that surge protector, they have another surge protector plugged into that one because of the number of appliances that they have connected. They might not have outlets throughout the house. They might just have one or two. So they maximize that outlet with a lot of different appliances. And as Mr. Gumbs said, the electrical system is overloaded, right?
Oh my goodness.
So persons, they need to have a qualified electrician come in and see where they can strategically spread out the electricity throughout the house, including more sockets, more amperage, etc. So even in the schools as well, they have to be mindful as to the overloading of things in the school. You might have fridges, microwaves, television, different things plugged in. Maybe computers, right? So
your suggestion is maybe like a surge protector, or what is the suggestion in that case?
Well, the suggestion is to you have to know the output of the electricity, etc., throughout the building, and wherever you see electrical socket, try not to plug in too many things in that one electrical socket. Be mindful to spread them around to additional sockets.
Wow. Okay. I really hope that especially teachers are listening, because they're the ones that are going to be plugging in things and messing with sockets and things of that nature, especially like, for instance, in the computer lab, right? Because when you said school and then you spoke about glue guns, like the first thing that came to my head was chemistry lab and Bunsen burners, right?
Right.
So,
right.
yeah, to each his own, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
So, still on the electrical side of things, sometimes you have loose wirings around the school, which is not a safe thing. So the first sight of any type of loose wire, maybe a child might have bumped into an electrical socket, whether it's a 220 socket that is most times off the wall, right? Then be sure to report that immediately, so that the relevant authorities can come in and rectify those problems.
Nice. Agreed.
Yes,
Over to you, Pablo.
Yes. Yes. Like I said, I'm the quiet one. We were just talking about the loose wiring. As Timothy reported that, you got to be mindful, like in schools, especially teachers, you have to, tell their students any loose wiring they see around, report it, because you don't want any incidents. You don't want nobody to get, electrocuted and stuff like that.
Definitely not.
Yes.
Wow. All right, then. So do you want to run through the list again, just for...
Yes.
Irons.
Mm-hmm. Make sure that when you finish iron, you put them away in a safe place. Make sure there are no cloths, there are no boxes. You put them in a place where they won't be able to think fire to stuff and so. Cooking, make sure that when you're cooking, you monitor your stove. Do not go outside. Do not go to bed. Do not take 5 minutes nap and stuff like that. Curling irons, females, when you finish using your curling irons, make sure that you plug them out. Make sure you put them in a safe place. Hot glue guns, when you finish using your hot glue guns, you make sure you plug them out as well, and you put them in a safe place also. Overloading of electrical sockets, make sure that you do not overload your sockets. make sure that you have adequate sockets to put your stuff into. Loose wiring, make sure that you do not
Ignore them. Don't ignore them.
make sure when you see loose wirings, you do not ignore them, you do not touch them, you report it immediately to the relevant authority.
I think that one is especially important, depending on the school. You know, like if it's a primary school, you know little children already. They're inquisitive.
Yeah.
So I can't even imagine one of them getting electrocuted. I'm paranoid when it comes to electricity. So yeah, I went there automatically. But thank you guys for coming in today and sharing these tips.
Sure.
We will do our part and be fire wardens in our own homes.
That's right. That's right. So the ultimate goal, Candy, is to have the citizens or the federation to be a bit more fire safety conscious, noting it's not just the actual fires itself that can create problems, but electricity, different things like that can actually create a fire, which would cause the problem.
Prevention is always better than cure.
Prevention is better than cure.
Quick question. I know. Do you guys still have incidences of fires being caused by people smoking and maybe falling asleep?
Wow.
Yeah, that used to happen a lot when I was a kid.
How is that even possible?
Yeah. People
Smoking is like an active thing, don't you have to constantly
it's
do?
an active thing, but then if you're tired, you go to let down,
and you still mean you can smoke.
You have that cigarette stump in your hand, and your hand automatically goes down, and there you go. Yeah. So we try to encourage persons not to, but I don't.
I guess
think
it could happen with joints too, probably.
Exactly. But
smoking period.
We can't say that we have seen any related fires where that is concerned. What I can say though, for home fires, what I can say, sometimes I'm driving behind vehicles and out comes a cigarette butt.
Wow.
So
I'm always amazed at that, because imagine how inside that car smells.
Persons have to be mindful that when they throw out these cigarette butts outside their cars, it's going possibly into a grass field.
Right.
And that potentially starts fire.
I am not making this up. I had a biology teacher, right? And he would send us outside. He used to smoke a lot, right? And he would send us outside, Bastia High School. He'd send us outside for stuff from the car, and he said, "Don't waste the smoke." I'm serious. And I keep driving.
He doesn't want the car door open too long to let out that.
But he was a joker, but he would smoke with the air conditioning on, right?
Yeah.
So we go and bring a stack of books. Don't waste. Don't let out the smoke.
Madness.
Pretty funny. He was one of our kind of cool teachers, though, to be honest.
Okay, Mr. Nicotine.
He was a fun guy.
Thank you guys for coming in today. It's always a pleasure, and I'm grateful for the education. So thank you very much. It's nice to meet you, Mr. Pablo.
It's nice to meet you as well. My first time.
I like how she says his name, Pablo.
Pablo. Have a good one today.
All right, thank you very much, Candy. Jamster, all the best to you.
Same to you. And another fire-free week, hopefully. Yes.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Okay.
We're always happy
All
for those weeks.
Are you guys going to be on duty at the Independence thing tomorrow?
Yes,
It's in
the street fair.
It's
fair.
you don't know anything about that. Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right then.
I guess I'll find out a bit more on
I know, right?
And it could be a sneaky way to just kind of hang out too,
What kind of fair is?
It's a street fair, so there's going to be
Independence.
food and goods on sale and musical performances and all
It's
of
going to be a
that.
stage there
I know,
by
right?
Fort and what's that? Fort and Central.
Central.
Yeah.
All right. Nice.
Yeah, you can't miss it. It starts at 1 tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, he's not going to be there.
Oh, wow. You're on duty, huh? So he's already rubbing it in your
Yeah,
face.
he's rubbing it in.
It ends at 10. Does that help?
No.
No? Sorry. Pablo's like, you ain't going nowhere, bro.
Nowhere.
Are you on duty tomorrow? you have no excuse then. See you at the street fair.
That's right.
Since
we
you
always,
choose-
we
you-
always
you-
on duty.
You're always on duty.
Always on duty.
Well, we always
24/7.
need fire services, so you could be on duty at the fair. I'm
waste.
sure Leah would be grateful for us
No
promoting the
waste for
fair.
No waste at all for the baby.
I'm glad you said weary and not the other one. But have an awesome day today,
Thank
guys,
you very
and
much
be
again.
safe.
All right, you too.
Thank
Have
you.
a great weekend. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so that was it for Fireproof. And they did a back to school edition, which I
Yeah.
think is timely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of teachers are probably doing projects and all that jazz. Some of them are still jazzing up the classrooms and all of that. So
I actually didn't realize the glue guns could be a hazard.
let me tell you, glue guns are not to play with.
Didn't know that. Okay.
I have a very dangerous one in my office.
Mm.
I think I must have got like 10 burns from that one glue gun.
So that glue, is it something? Is mostly for like paper and like fabric?
Fabric, paper, plastic. It works on quite a number of things.
Because I actually saw one this week,
Mhm.
like for the first time in a long time. So
Really?
it's funny that it came up again.
Oh no, they're like really popular now because everybody's doing projects.
Yeah,
So.
I was in occasions by my sister-in-law, and like, I saw.
Saw one.
Yeah, I said, oh, okay.
But there are really modern ones coming out now where they don't have to be plugged in. You could charge them, and then they're like cordless.
Okay,
And
cordless.
then there's
yeah,
some
okay.
that are you can alternate the temperature
Mm.
between low and high temperature. So they're like really high tech.
Uh,
Because I even saw someone in the chat talking about modern irons that automatically shut off. I
All of
still
them
don't
do.
think
All of them
exactly.
do, yeah.
I still don't think I would function like thinking that I have to get that plug out of the wall. Yeah, otherwise I will be worried all the time. Like, did I plug
The
it out?
thing
Did
is,
I plug it out?
it's probably best. I like to put them on the floor, not
Exactly.
close to
anything
combustible.
Let them
so
cool
that-
off
yeah.
and then take them back to
So
where
even
they're
if you
supposed
plug
to
it
be.
in, even if you plug it in, say you didn't unplug it, it's gonna shut off after a certain
Right,
time.
and then it's on the floor
And
and
it's on
not
the
close
floor,
to anything
so
that will
it's not like tiles
ignite.
are gonna burst into
exactly,
flame, right?
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do.
Mhm.
Because it has to cool off before I take it back to where it's stored.
Yeah.
So I usually put it on the floor.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
But
so-
we had a very interesting morning.
Yeah.
Kind of all over the
I
place.
saw
So-
someone in the chat say the show was boring.
Yeah, and somebody nicely gathered the person and say, why? Is it because for once no political topics are raised or racial inclinations? I don't know what counts for boring because we did speak about politics to the point where persons on the YouTube chat were
So
not.
that's the yardstick now. If you don't talk about politics, it's boring.
But we did touch politics. I mean, it's almost as though we can't live our lives without politics, right? It's just insane to me. But I know there was a back and forth on the chat about the whole Independence Day thing and what we were talking about where where the wreaths are going to be laid. Someone actually said they used the park last year, and because I think I remember that, but then I know we
As
were
in the one
fraught.
up there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but last year we were fighting against tropical storm.
And they
so
may not have had-
honestly, I can't even remember what happened with the celebration because I think it was put off and then it was done like a week or so later.
Yeah.
But one of the things I kind of mentioned earlier is that we're hoping that more information comes out as it relates to the park and where the ceremony is going to be held. But for now, on the Independence calendar, it just speaks about the C.A. Paul Southwell Park and the Lane of a Wreath at C.A. Paul Southwell bus. So maybe they'll modify it. Maybe it's going to be a separate announcement. But for now, we're just going with what the Independence calendar says because that calendar is the one that has been published. So, I mean, we can't run away from politics. But we wanted to keep the show light this morning. We wanted to touch on things that are currently happening. And I'm sorry if that is boring for the person. This is what's happening in St. Kitts right now.
You can't.
Imagine that whole creative economy segment and us,
And that's boring.
and it's wow, interesting.
Yeah, we're not discussing salacious political porn.
Yeah, which
Let's
I'm
call it
kind
that
of
because
sick of, to be
it's
honest.
almost like porn. It's like politics is porn. You talk about cat
It's
porn and,
disappointing because
you know,
independence is a time when we're all supposed to come together and be patriots. Not to overuse the word, but yes, be patriotic and focus on the country and just look at where we've come from. I mean, 40 is not a small number. we're pretty young where independence is concerned, if you look at maybe like the US, but 40 is not a small number. And in that space of time, like I've been living in St. Kitts for 29, 30 years, and I can see the growth. Like I can see the difference even in the street, the bypass, simple things. And so it's sad that we are now taking independence for granted in a sense. Like let us take a track back to where we've come, guys.
Yeah.
I have gone through several prime ministers in my time here, and everybody has made their contribution. So I think with this independence, it's good for us to, even in our quiet time, it doesn't have to be like a public thing. Just think back at where we come from and where we are, and just aspire for greatness for the future.
I also gotta have to give them props for really trying to inculcate that whole month independence, going in on the whole independence and national dress culture and stuff that I see in Barbados and Antigua and
we kind of got there late.
Yes, absolutely.
Because
absolutely,
we recently developed our national dish and then our national wear, but we're there. And our theme for this year is growing sustainably, developing maturely, building resiliency, Independence 40. And I think we need to focus on that and think about where we came from and to where we are today.
And y'all don't mind me with the colors thing. I just like to be
oh no, we're gonna get you and rub you every time.
I just like to be an genre provocateur.
No, we're not gonna let it go. We're gonna rub you every single time. And if you don't come with black next week, I'm gonna wet you. Because you have no excuse then. Next week is black, so you can wear your shirt next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, black, yeah.
You're a mess.
Black
but see you tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah. I really am praying for sunshine and excellent weather tomorrow. I mean, we don't want the heat, but we will take that sunshine over rain. So hopefully we get a big turnout tomorrow for the street fair.
Yeah, I hope so.
All right, then.
Okay, so
have
a
a
weekend.
great day and an awesome weekend, everyone.
Yes.
See you next week.
Yeah.